All right, let's talk about you. Yes, you. The one who's always on the go, always thinking about the next task, the next responsibility. Life can be a whirlwind. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, always giving and doing for others. You're constantly moving, constantly striving, and sometimes it feels like there's no end in sight. But remember this, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. It's about recharging your batteries, so you have the energy to give your best to the world. Think about it. When you're running on fumes, you're not your best self. You're more likely to snap at loved ones, make poor choices, and overlook the beauty around you. You're more likely to feel stressed, make bad decisions, and miss out on the good stuff. The little moments that make life truly special can pass you by unnoticed. That's where boundaries come in. They're not about shutting people out, they're about protecting your peace. They help you create a space where you can breathe, reflect, and rejuvenate. Like a fence around your yard, boundaries define your space and what you'll allow in. They help you maintain a balance between giving to others and giving to yourself. Ready to build a life that feels less chaotic and more like you? Let's dive in. Together we'll explore ways to set those boundaries, find your peace, and truly thrive. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video to stay updated with more content like this. Boundaries. They're not just a buzzword, they're your lifeline to a happier, healthier you. Boundaries are essential for maintaining balance in your life. But what are they, really? Imagine a line in the sand. This line represents the division between what you can handle and what overwhelms you. On one side is your time, your energy, your well-being. These are the things that nourish you, that keep you grounded and centered. On the other side are the demands, the requests, the things that drain you. These are the elements that can lead to stress and burnout if not managed properly. Boundaries are about deciding what stays on that other side. They help you protect your inner peace and maintain your mental health. They're about saying yes to yourself and what you need, even if it means saying no to someone else. It's about prioritizing your own needs and well-being. It's not always easy, but trust me, the more you honor your boundaries, the more respect you'll command from others, and most importantly, from yourself. Setting boundaries is a continuous process, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Setting boundaries can feel daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Think of it like building a fence, one brick at a time. Start small. Identify one area where you feel overextended or taken for granted. Maybe it's saying no to constant favors, or setting aside time for yourself each day. Once you've identified your needs, communicate them clearly and respectfully. Don't be afraid to say no when you need to. Remember, you're not asking for permission. You're setting a standard for how you deserve to be treated. Let's get real. Setting boundaries isn't always sunshine and roses. It can be challenging and sometimes even uncomfortable. There will be pushback. People might not understand at first. That's okay. Stay strong. It's important to remember that boundaries are about protecting your own well-being. Think of a sturdy oak tree, deeply rooted. It bends in the wind, but it doesn't break. Just like that tree, your boundaries help you stay grounded and resilient. Here's an example. Let's say your friend always calls you to vent about their problems, but they never seem to listen when you need an ear. This can be draining and one-sided. A healthy boundary might sound like this. Hey, I care about you and want to be there for you. I value our friendship and our conversations, but I also need you to respect my time and energy. It's important for me to have a balance and not feel overwhelmed. I'm happy to chat for a bit, but maybe we can set a time limit on these calls. This way we can both feel heard and valued. Remember, setting boundaries is a sign of self-respect, not selfishness. It's about creating a healthy space for yourself and others. Boundaries help maintain harmony and mutual respect in relationships. Did you know the science of saying no? Here's a fun fact. Saying no can actually be good for your brain. Studies show that people who set boundaries experience lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol. That's right, setting boundaries is like giving your brain a mini vacation. When you say yes to everything, you're essentially putting your brain on overdrive. You're constantly juggling tasks, obligations, and expectations. By saying no to what doesn't serve you, you free up mental space for the things that truly matter. You give yourself permission to relax, recharge, and focus on what brings you joy. Me time, your best investment. Let's talk about self-care. It's not just bubble baths and face masks, although those are nice too. It's about making a conscious effort to prioritize your well-being. Think of it as an investment in your most valuable asset, you. When you invest in yourself, you show up as a better version of yourself in all areas of your life. You have more energy, more patience, and more to give. So, how do you prioritize self-care? Start by scheduling it into your day, just like you would any other important appointment. Unwinding the right way. Self-care looks different for everyone. Maybe it's a walk in nature, reading a good book, or simply taking a few minutes to sit in silence and breathe. The key is to find activities that help you unwind, recharge, and connect with yourself. Experiment with different things. Try a yoga class, listen to calming music, or spend time with loved ones. Remember, self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Your time to shine. Setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care is about more than just surviving, it's about thriving. It's about creating a life you love, a life that feels authentically you. Think about it. When you're feeling depleted and burnt out, it's hard to pursue your passions, nurture your relationships, or simply enjoy the present moment. But when you're taking care of yourself, you have the energy and mental clarity to shine your light brightly. You show up as the best version of yourself, ready to embrace all the good things life has to offer. Don't forget your oxygen mask. Remember that analogy about putting on your own oxygen mask before helping others on an airplane? It's not selfish, it's essential. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't be there for others if you're running on fumes. Setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care are not indulgences, they're acts of self-preservation. When you take care of yourself, you become a better friend, partner, parent, and human being. Let's keep this conversation going. So there you have it, folks. Setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care are the keys to unlocking a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. There will be bumps in the road, but with each step you take towards honoring your needs, you'll find yourself feeling more empowered, more resilient, and more at peace. Now, go on and make yourself a priority. You deserve it.